special edition of Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. You know, it's summertime, and as summer comes just once a year, we want to get away. We want to have a good time, and we don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. Our guest is Carmen Ordonez, and we're going to be talking about Florida. Welcome to the program, Carmen.
Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for having me.
Our pleasure. Is Florida really a great place to go, and it's not expensive?
It really is. I mean, I'm born and raised in Florida, and I feel like some of my favorite summer vacation memories have happened right here in my own state. And that's the beauty about, living in Florida. You don't have to go too far. It really feels like every time you're experiencing somewhere new. For example, two of my top favorite destinations, if you're looking for a summer getaway, Greater Fort Lauderdale as well as St. Lucie. They both offer stunning beaches and just so much to do. For example, Greater Fort Lauderdale has over 4,000 eateries, including Michelin-recognized restaurants. You also have stunning rooftops, craft breweries. There's also a thriving arts and culture scene and just so much to do. Another favorite of mine, St. Lucie. I mean, St. Lucie is more of a hidden beach gem. It has 21 miles of pristine, uncrowded beaches, perfect for a family getaway. Even if you want to travel with your pets, they have the pet-friendly Walton Rocks Beach. You also have to check out South Beach, and this is St. Lucie's very own South Beach, which is family-friendly. I mean, there's never a dull moment, so if you're thinking about visiting Florida, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have the best summer vacation.
I've been to Florida many times, and South Beach is one of my favorites because of the food.
It is. Well, you have to check out St. Lucie's South Beach, which is really beautiful as well. You have the Miami South Beach and then the St. Lucie South Beach, which is absolutely stunning. This one's more uncrowded, very relaxing if you're looking for more of a very tranquil summer.
And there's all kinds of things to do as well. I mean, being on the beach is great. And that's something I would like, just like 6 weeks of laying on the beach right now. But there are other things to do. You mentioned arts, for example.
Yes. And, with Outdoors Month coming up, you also want to, if you want to spend time outdoors, there's so much to do in that aspect as well. For example, in Greater Fort Lauderdale, you can go on an airboat tour. But I also want to mention St. Lucie. I don't know if you know this, Mark, but it has one of the very few places where you can go horseback riding right on the shoreline. And you can do this in Frederick Douglass Memorial Park Beach. It's a perfect activity if you're planning a romantic getaway or if you just want to wow the kids with something special. And then we spoke a little bit about Greater Fort Lauderdale, but it also has 300 miles of inlet waterways, perfect for boating. You can go kayaking, you can go paddle boarding. You can also do an airboat tour, which is so much fun. And in St. Lucie, again, you can also do some fishing. They're really big in fishing. It has some of the best fishing in the state. And then in Greater Fort Lauderdale, you also have Butterfly World, a really fun activity, especially for little ones. My 5-year-old absolutely loves this place. And then, of course, you also have the beautiful Atlantic beaches, perfect for a game of volleyball or just sunbathing or even having a seaside picnic. There's so much to do.
We should have started by saying that you're a travel TV host and a spokesperson. Tell us a little bit about your background.
I am. Well, I've been traveling ever since I was a little girl. I think I went on my first flight when I was 9 years old and I actually traveled by myself. Well, back in those days, I think they still do it now. They'll have like a flight attendant go with you. My mom would send me, to visit my family in Colombia. So I think ever since I was a little girl, I have that travel bug. And I just think it's a really great way to make memories, right? And I love, being that I'm from Florida, I just think there's just so much to do in this beautiful state. And it's really a time, I think one of the great things that I love about traveling is that you're not thinking about anything else. You're really just focusing on making memories with your loved ones. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, just like making memories that will last you a lifetime.
I was thinking about Daytona Beach because Daytona Beach, they used to, I don't know if they still do, can you still drive on the beach?
Yes, you sure can. I love Daytona Beach. My son has soccer tournaments. They actually have one that already passed. It was in Daytona. There's just so many beautiful places. You also have, Captiva Island. You have Sanibel. We talked about Greater Fort Lauderdale and St. Lucie. You also have the 30A area, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's on my bucket list to go to this summer. And then, there's just so much. And of course, Miami. I'm from Miami. There's just so much to do there as well.
And the Space Coast is.
Oh, yes. I was actually there 2 weeks ago for my son's school field trip. Absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. And they also have fun experiences where they have like an astronaut training experience where you get to train just like an astronaut. I went there I have so many beautiful memories. I went there when I was in high school. We went for a school field trip as well, and it's just so much fun. You have the, Kennedy Space Center. You also have the theme parks. So, yeah, there's just so much to do and not enough time, I feel.
And what about speaking of time, how much time should a family plan? A week, 2 weeks?
Yes, well, it really depends, what is your goal. But I always say a week is like is a good amount of time, especially if you want to plan more of a relaxing, getaway and just spend I like the idea. Last year we did Anna Maria Island and it was absolutely beautiful. We just spent 1 week there just relaxing. This summer we're actually going to St. Lucie because they have so many fun activities. For example, for families that are visiting St. Lucie, I highly recommend. They have a new Treasure Coast Kids Quest. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, which is amazing. So you can go to top attractions, the kids complete an activity, and then you get a prize at the end. So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to checking out this summer. And then in Greater Fort Lauderdale, they also have some new additions as well with new restaurants. So they have Timber on Las Olas Boulevard. They also have Earl's Kitchen and Bar. And then another must mark that you have to check out. You have to mark your calendar for August and September because that is when Dine Out Lauderdale is going to take place. So you're going to get, these amazing deals on top restaurants as well as Michelin recognized restaurants. So you want to make sure to take advantage of that. But most importantly, if you're also looking for some great deals, I highly recommend that you check out Priceline. Because right now, Visit Florida, they're partnering with them to help you get an extra 15% off their Florida Express deals. And that's already on top of the already up to 40% discounted rate. So that's taking place from now until May 26th. All you have to do is use the code BOOKSUMMER15. So definitely be sure to check that out as well.
Do that code again.
It's BOOKSUMMER15. So you're going to put that on the Priceline checkout page. So yeah, again, you're getting an extra 15% off the already 40% discounted rate, up to 40%.
And there's also all the Universal Studios and Disney.
Yes, don't get me started. They have a new theme park that just opened up. It's going to be opening up this month in May. So, Epic Universe my son is going crazy about this place. So again, definitely check that out as well. And then for more information, you can simply head on over to visitflorida.com.
Visitflorida.com is the website. And then, of course, remember that that code for Priceline because that will save you some more money.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark, for having me.
My pleasure. I'm Mark Alyn, and this is Late Night Health.